together. Let's get unified. The sky will open. The light will come down. Celestial choirs will be singing. And everyone will know we should do the right thing and the world will be perfect.
Sounds good. Of all the charges and countercharges made tonight, we can confirm that is not you, Senator Obama. That was Senator Clinton. But since we played that tape, albeit in error for this segment, how did you take that? How did you take those remarks when you heard them?
I thought Senator Clinton showed some good humor there. I would give her points for delivery. And look, I understand the point that Senator Clinton's been trying to make over the last several weeks. She characterizes typically as speeches, not solutions, or talk versus action. And as I said in the last debate, I've spent 20 years devoted to working on behalf of families who are having a tough time and are seeking out the American dream. That's how I started my career in public service. That's how I brought Democrats and Republicans together to provide health care to people who needed it. That's how I helped to reform a welfare system that wasn't working in Illinois. That's how I provided tax breaks to people who really needed them as opposed to just the wealthy. And so I'm very proud of that track record. And if Senator Clinton thinks that it's all talk, you got to tell that to the wounded warriors of Walter Reed who had to pay for their food and pay for their phone calls before I got to the Senate. And I changed that law. Or talk to those folks who I think have recognized that special interests are dominating Washington and pushing aside the agenda of ordinary families here in Ohio. And so when I pass an ethics reform bill that makes sure that lobbyists can't get gifts or meals or provide corporate jets to members of Congress, and they have to disclose who they're getting money from and who they're bundling it for, that moves us in the direction of making sure that we have a government that is more responsive to families. Just one point I'll make. I was in Cincinnati, met with 4 women at a table like this one. And these were middle-aged women who, as one woman put it, had done everything right and never expected to find themselves in a situation where they don't have health care. One of them doesn't have a job. One of them is looking after an aging parent. 2 of them were looking after disabled children. One of them was dipping into their retirement accounts because she had been put on disability on the job. And you hear these stories, and what you realize is nobody has been listening to them. That is not who George Bush or Dick Cheney has been advocating for over the last 7 years. And so I'm not interested in talk. I'm not interested in speeches. I would not be running if I wasn't absolutely convinced that I can put an economic agenda forward that is going to provide them with health care, is going to make college more affordable, and is going to get them the kinds of help that they need, not to solve all their problems, but at least to be able to achieve the American dream.
Let me ask you, Senator Clinton, what did you mean by that piece of videotape we saw from the campaign?
Well, I was having a little fun. Hard to find time to have fun on the campaign trail, but occasionally you can sneak that in. But the larger point is that I know trying to get health insurance for every American that's affordable will not be easy. It's not going to come about just because we hope it will or we tell everybody it's the right thing to do. 15 years ago, I tangled with the health insurance industry and the drug companies, and I know it takes a fighter. It takes somebody who will go toe-to-toe with the special interests. I have put forth very specific ideas about how we can get back $55 billion from the special interests.